Okay, guys, so today we're going to talk about the cell cycle and mitosis. Your objective is to be able to analyze, keyword analyze, how cells grow and reproduce in terms of interphase, mitosis, and cytokinesis. So before we get into the cell cycle itself, there's some vocabulary terms you absolutely need to know. Chromatin is DNA. But chromatin is DNA before it condenses. It's long and stringy like. A chromosome is one long continuous thread of DNA that still consists of the numerous genes and regulatory information. If they form when the cell is about to divide, the human body, the body cells, they call it somatic cells. We have 44 somatic cells and 2 sex cells. That gives us a total of 46 chromosomes. 44 for the body and 2 determines your sex. And the sex cells have half the number of chromosomes, 23. So this is what chromatin looks like, long and stringy, and this is the chromosome itself. It's condensed, it forms like an X shape. That X shape consists of a chromatid. These two sides of the chromatids are identical, so we call them sister chromatids. The centromere is in the center of the chromosome. And there is a picture of it. So the cell cycle is a repeated pattern of growth, DNA duplication, and cell division that occurs in the cells. The purpose of the cell cycle is growth and repair. Growth and repair. The cell cycle results or produces 2 genetically identical daughter cells, and it has 3 main phases: interphase, mitosis, and cytokinesis. So this is the cell cycle itself. This first part right here that my mouse is going around, that part is interphase. Interphase has 3 subphases, G1, S, and G2. I want you to remember that the G stands for growth. That's when the cell is growing. And the S phase of interphase is when DNA replicates itself. Then you have mitosis. Mitosis have 4 subphases: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. And lastly, cytokinesis. That's when the cytoplasm splits. That's the last phase of the cell cycle. Pause this video but if you need to, but I want you to draw this figure in your notes. So the cell cycle again, interphase is the growth phase. Interphase occurs before cell division. Cell division is mitosis, so it occurs before mitosis. The cell cycle is the longest stage of the cell cycle. Interphase is the longest stage of the cell cycle itself. It takes up 90% of its time during interphase. Also during interphase, the cell makes a copy of DNA, and that's where it prepares to divide. And remember that that division is called mitosis, and the result is 2 genetically identical daughter cells. Interphase is divided into the subphases of G1, G2, and S. Again, I want you to draw this phase of interphase. I want you to label, this is the nucleus, and what we call DNA in the nucleus at this point is chromatin, and these are centrioles. Centrioles are only in animal cells. If you draw a plant cell, do not draw the centrioles. So mitosis makes the body cells. Mitosis is body cells. The nucleus, the end result of mitosis is the nucleus divides into 2 nuclei, and it's identical to the original cell. Cytokinesis is the final stage. and that's where the cytokinesis cytoplasm splits and the organelles are distributed into two daughter cells. So mitosis is a continuous process to make more body cells. The body cells are called somatic cells. They have four subphases: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. If you want to remember the phases in order for mitosis, you can remember PMAT. If you want to remember the phases in order for the entire cell cycle, write this down. I promised Mom a telephone call. So the first phase of mitosis is prophase. It's the first and longest phase. We no longer have chromatin in the nucleus. Now we call it chromosomes. Each chromosome consists of a pair of sister chromatids. They are joined in the center at the centromere. The nuclear envelope, remember how clear it was in interphase, is now starting to break down. And the spindle fibers form out of the centrioles. Please draw prophase in your notes also. Metaphase, the next phase of the cell cycle, is a brief phase where all the chromosomes move to the middle. Metaphase, think of the M as they all move to the middle of the cell. The spindle fibers connect to the centromere of each sister chromatid. During anaphase, the sister chromatids are pulled apart at the centromere. Now they're becoming individual chromosomes. Each new chromatid is now part of a new daughter cell or will be part of a new daughter cell. And the spindles begin to pull away the chromatids toward the opposite ends of the poles. Telophase, now you see that the nuclear envelope is starting to reform. You see it's reforming. The cell has extended out a little bit because it's getting ready to split. Telophase is when cytokinesis begins. So that's why you see that the cell has elongated and the nuclear envelope is starting to reform. And lastly, cytokinesis, that's a division of the cytoplasm. In plant cells, we call that a cell plate. And in animal cells, we call it a cleavage furrow. In cytokinesis, you have the result of mitosis, two 100% genetically identical cells. And just like the previous phases, I do want you to draw this phase too. And this is what the cleavage furrow looks like in an animal cell. And this is what the cell plate forming looks like in a plant cell. And by the way, the cell plates are forming from the Golgi. Golgi vesicles are forming the cell plate. So just some gee-whiz information for you. Every cell divides at a different rate based on its needs. For example, skin cells every 2 weeks, red blood cells every 4 months. So why do the body cells need to divide? For growth and repair. Mitosis is how you got bigger, how you are the size you are now. You might be taller, you might be wider, but mitosis is how you grow. If you fall down and hurt your knee and those new skin cells need to come back, of course you want the new skin cells to come back. That's how your body repairs itself. The cell cycle in mitosis is growth and repair.